Hi everyone, it's Caroline on the hillside. Welcome, thank you for joining me today. It's week 21 of the Hillside Heart Prompts. How's everybody's week been? This is the card for today. And the prompts are Lake Superior, contributed by Thrifty Journal Shop, and that's Amber, and also Leaves by Bloomin' Karen. Thank you very much. I'm going to go, I think I'll go to the end, somewhere in the end. This could be it right here. I've gotten a couple of things. I have this map of Ontario. So there's a small picture of Lake Superior. And I could use that. And I have this old encyclopedia that I bought. Well, it's a broken up set. There were a few of them missing. I bought it really cheap. Great Lakes. So here we are. Well, I'm going to take that out for sure. And I'm just wondering if I can... I think that's what I'll do, is I'll take this here. I'll probably use the rest as wrapping paper. I love to use old maps as for wrapping paper. Lake Superior. There's so many things on Lake Superior. We actually did, my husband and I, on our motorcycles from home. So from... where are we here? From Ottawa, which is over here somewhere. And we rode all the way. And we did the Lake Superior tour. And so I was thinking if I can go through here pretty quick. Pine cones. These are pine trees. Pine softwoods. Looking for deciduous. Leaves. Sometimes I'll start at the back. Oh, okay. Here we are. Leaves. I think I'm going to take this. I don't know if I'll take the whole page out, but I'll definitely cut these out. And even has the word leaves. Yard gardens. I can use some of this. Sunflower leaves. I don't have any leaves hanging around, any pressed or dried leaves, and I've done that quite a few times, where I've taken a single leaf and added it to my page. Oh, that's pretty. Those are pretty leaves. The purple smoke bush. There's some hosta leaves. I think I'll use that. I have another idea. This is more of what I was looking for, was a pressed leaf or leaf. What made me remember that I had this was the hosta picture. I had taken some hosta leaves. I think I have enough to work with, and I can add things to a really scenic tour, Lake Superior Circle tour. Lake Superior is the largest of the 5, and it's almost exactly the same size as the state of Maine. Well, I think that is so fun to remember. And I'm going to use this page on this side. Lake Superior prompted me to start singing Edmund Fitzgerald, where the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in the lake. And it's a lake that they call Gitchagumi. I would not have put these two words together. And so this is another way to have something different. Just get rid of some of that white. I think this is going to be my side for Lake Superior. Okay, I was going to do some extra coloring with my Distress Oxide. And I also have this gel print, all the colors for the depth and the different hues and the shine. I'm going to use this on here for my Lake Superior. I do know that I don't want any of this red, so I'll take that off. I feel like this is the way that I want to see the water. So I can put something over top of that. At first I was going to leave the graphics on the page, but I think now I just want to see this, all the different colors of the water at different times of the day, which is what we saw. I took the extra piece of paper and folded it up, and I'm going to I have to find a spot for my little card. I'm going to make a nut tuck, and I'll use this to cover the rest of it. And I really like the way this looks. I'm going to use one of the leaves that I cut out, the clusters, and put it down here. There are lots of leaves blowing in Lake Superior. I'll let that dry, and I'll cover the other side. I have these strips that was left over from this page, so I think what I'll do is I'll incorporate it on this side somewhere. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this whole map. I don't know if I'm going to use it right now. This could be part of the... Oh, maybe this is what I'll have to do. Put it right there. Like Superior down here, and then I can do something with maybe here. Some leaves. Yeah, I'll do a cluster down here, and this will be part of Lake Superior. And then I can also, I'll talk a little bit about my adventures on and around Lake Superior. And for right now, I need something else over here. On the lake, there are so many lighthouses. I've had this book that I've been taking images from. There's not many left. This book has been used a lot, and it has lighthouses, or it did. So I wanted to see if there are any more in here. There's a lighthouse. Oh, I'm going to use that on here, because lighthouses that we visited was the Split Rock Lighthouse. Little leaf collage. Leaves. Pulling from my travel bag with the scraps that I have, I'm going to take that scrap out. A ruffle that I had made, and it's really fraying, which I like that. I love these colors. I'm going to take a piece of this, And somehow, I think I'll put it on this side, maybe both sides. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll split it up a bit, and it has leaves on it. So cool. Put some of this up here. I think I'll flip it this way so that the lighter part is down here. Yeah, it's starting to get a lot of texture. Did the eco printing. I had no idea how this would be used, but it's fun to have a whole bunch of different things to choose from. I'll put it right here. Maybe do a little bit of wrinkling. I just put the Lake Superior little cutout on top, and I'm going to place this ruffle up here. Unexpected and random. There is a distinct split down the middle here. I'm just trying to think of what I can do to blend those in. I'm going to use my oil pastels. And then I don't need water, so I'm going to use a couple of different blues. Try that. I'm just gonna color. Bring it onto the page. To rub all that together. Spread that out a little bit. That is fun, and I'm going to use a couple of, maybe a little bit of brown up here. Just use the colors that are in the leaves. A little bit of red. Oh yeah, I like that. Keep adding. Kind of gives it more control. Take the fluffs off. Almost forgot about my lighthouse. So this is going to go in here. Perfect. Still have to finish that. Okay, well, while I'm thinking about where to put my lighthouse, I feel like there's just a big circle, which maybe that's fine, part of the circle tour. I don't know, maybe that's what it's telling me. I'm going to put this on the back. A little bit of journaling. I'm going to leave the lighthouse over here. Not going to try and put it with the other clusters because the lighthouse is on its own anyway. And what I like about where I'm going to position this is the lightness right here in the water. So this would be the shore and this would be the water. On the shore we have leaves on the trees, but they eventually end up in the water. That's my little story. And my jelly print has a little bit of a sparkle because of the paper that I did it on top, which was a red magazine page. And I love that. There's my card. I already wrote a little bit on there. I also wrote, this is the split rocks. I wrote down a few of the opening words is, the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. And that's from the song Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. And I found this lighthouse, so the words today are Lake Superior and leaves. Wow, this was really exciting at the end. Well, before I start this, I would love to give a shout out to Susan of I Turtly Love It. Thank you, Susan, for bringing out the news every Sunday of what's going on in our beautiful, crafty journaling community. Please visit that. I'm going to leave a link in the description. And thank you very much, Susan, for all you do for our community. So on to my page, I used some map, very little bit of map, but I wanted to cut out Lake Superior, and I used this was a gel print that I had made, and it was just the perfect colors. And here's a leaf from my eco printing from our yard with some magazine leaves. This is from my gardening book, and it's a smoke bush. I love that. I used some threads from my ruffle that I had in my bag. Did some just along the spine or the inside here. I used my my pastels to color that up, just to take the white away. I used the other part of the encyclopedia on my card, and I just described a little bit of what we did on our motorcycles. We visited the lighthouse, the Split Rock Lighthouse. So that came from an antique magazine, and that will sit in here. And I can put it this way. And that is week 21. Thanks everyone for joining me. Really appreciate all your fun messages. I love your questions. Always stay adventurous and be fresh. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.